Hey, family and friends. Uh, Coming to you today. I'm just going to give you, well, what it is I promised a couple days ago that I would try to give you some kind of explanation for the 21st that's coming up here on Monday. Um, so I'm trying to keep my promise, okay? So here goes. This is mainly for my family, but then again, uh, if other people can benefit from it, I say, hey, watch it, right? Here we go. Okay. So anyway, the 21st. The 21st is people will call it the Great Solstice, or it's where Jupiter and Saturn aligns. Some people say they align. Some people say they war, right? Because right now, Saturn. Hold on a second. Okay. Right now, Saturn is in control of everything, and it's time for Jupiter to get control of everything. And Jupiter is good things. Jupiter is change and stuff like that, right? Okay. So keep in mind that I'm not making this up out of thin air. There's millions of people who know of this and millions of people who are awakening just like me. Okay. So as it gets closer to the 21st, uh, your mind is going to, especially the chosen ones, every day is going to be something um, that we know that isn't right and needs to be changed. And it comes in, and it's really that has to do with us and inside, okay? Because you need to know that all this around you is a hoax, okay? The only true uh, world is the world that you have within yourself. And I'm going to explain that, okay? Now, what that means is if you look at the COVID situation and the things like that, right? You look at that, I've never seen so many people who are sheep and they believe anything that the government says. So that shows you how weak everything is, okay? They can say anything and people will follow and believe it. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy to me. You got to have your own mind, your own thinking, right? Uh, they have their main goal is to take that from you, okay? Elon Musk is building a chip right now, and this is in production right now. It's a chip that goes inside your brain so you won't have any addictions, overeating, uh, you know, beating women, drugs, violence, and stuff like that. They're doing that now, okay? And pretty soon, this is going to be something like a everyday thing, or it will be something that they'll use in the court system. But it all boils down to you losing empathy and you losing your freedom and your right, your personal right to be here. Okay, and it's time for you to start waking up. Okay, and saying you don't want this no more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop all this. They already messing up everything. Okay, uh, COVID is almost karma, right? For us turning a blind eye or neglecting neglecting things that are going on in the earth, like them chopping down the rainforest, like all these cars with all these emissions, and stuff like that. Anything that they've been tearing up the earth for years. You see what I'm saying? And now it's karma stuff coming back, right? But with the 21st, that's one of the things that people are going to start waking up and seeing. It's what I've been saying for a while. You know what I'm saying? These clowns cannot run you. They cannot tell you what to do. They cannot run you. There's so many people that are they got you believing that you gotta work this 9 to 5 until you drop, you know what I'm saying, a job you hate, or be with somebody that you no longer love, right? You have to open your mind, okay? You gotta open it up. And you gotta start thinking, is this right? Is this how it's supposed to be? And I've said that before also. So anyway, as the 21st comes, it's gonna be a lot of changes. And the reason why it's going to be a lot of changes is because a lot of people are going to start waking up. That's why you see so many people, like the growing religion that's out there right now is atheism. Now, I'm not an atheist. I believe in God and I love God, right? But that's the growing thing, okay? And that's because people are starting to get mad and starting to wake up, and the other half is you see a lot of people turning like me, going to spirituality stuff that they condemned in the past, but now they're figuring out, wait a minute, who's telling you to condemn this? Who's telling you to do this? Look at them. They are flat wrong. And see, in that, and see, religion as a whole has all these different things, right? They have all these different things for you to follow. Religion does, okay? And they keep you on a tight rope. And if you're not on that tight rope, then you wind up killing yourself, getting shunned from your family and friends, your kids, you know, stuff like that, right? So that's what religion does, right? So people are starting to wake up, and on that December 21st, it's really going to start happening, right? And you might say to yourself, like, what does that got to do with it and stuff like that, right? But think about it. I'll give you an example. The full moon. When the full moon happens, things get wild, people go crazy and stuff like that, right? More killings and things like that. Okay? So the way that these planets are aligning, it has something to do with us inside, how we operate, things that we manifest, and what we get, how we think. But we've been taught through religion not to stud that, because that has nothing to do with nothing, right? We've been taught that's demonism. But who's telling you that stuff is demonism, right? People who want to get commercial gain from you, like coins, money, or um, people who uh, are just haven't really done their research and haven't really figured stuff out, and are just like one of those sheep that the government can say anything to, just like we see with this COVID, that the government can say anything to and you follow. Those people are like that, right? That, for instance, with my situation with the Jehovah's Witness, they'll say anything to them, and they'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I mean, it's just getting close to that date, and I hope that my family, any of my family, if they are waking up, um, that if they have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I do good with questions. So, I mean, as far as me giving like speeches and stuff like that about it, I'm so, but I do good with questions, because I can tell you, I can go in a direction, because this whole thing is so big and so global and so beyond us that it's hard for me to pick a road to speak on because I've been doing so much research. Okay. And then too, I've been talking to other ones who, or actually chatting with or type email other ones who've had the same awakening experience, and there's millions, and how they say they're dealing with their family, and how their family is, I'm sorry, and how their family, oh, and how their family is looking at them like they're crazy and they're feeling sad and stuff, and this awakening is happening to them. Okay. At first, I was thinking like that, but I don't really care. I mean, you have to, um, if they are doing that, you have to know that these people are stuck in the third dimension, and they're stuck in the age of Pisces, where they just follow and believe anything you tell them to do. We're moving into the age of the Aquarius as of December 21st, and that's the uh, season of change. And that's where you ask questions. You don't just sit back, and you just don't just take whatever they tell you and say, "Oh, this is it, yeah." You know what I'm saying? That's the age that we moving into. And once you figure out that, and once you figure out who you are, and once you figure that out, then your life will go better. Keep in mind, this happens every 2,000 years, right? Okay, so before that, we were in another age where I know you probably wonder, like, you hear different things in the Bible and stuff like that about uh, being able to speak to bushes and goats and snakes and stuff like that to talk back to you. That's the age that they was in, that it was very thin that they could be able to converse like that. Okay, so we're moving out of this age, out of the next age, and now we're moving into this Aquarius age. So it's exciting to me to see what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting to me, but the inorganic ones that I've mentioned before, they don't want you to have that experience. That's why they are doing these things like building that chip that go in your brain. Okay, so you won't have they like control you. You won't have that experience. They take away everything that makes you you and make you like a robot. You know what I'm saying? Like you have no emotion, nothing. You know, if you have an addiction, or if you overeat, or if you like to go to the bar, if you like to do little things like that, that's all part of life. We're here to learn, and sometimes when we make mistakes, we learn. You know, they want to take that away. Okay, and essentially, remember what I told you before. God is love. God is empathetic. They want to take that out of you. They want to take that out of you. They want to take love and empathy out of you. Okay? So I know that's a lot to, but really, if you research it and stuff like that, it'll make sense. Okay? But keep in mind that December 21st is coming up. Um, I only scratched the surface on some of the stuff. I hope you you kind of got it. But you know, if you're going to be chosen and stuff like that, you're going to be getting it on the 21st. It's just going to be around that time. So you know. But anyway, keep in mind, I love you all. Keep pressing forward. Don't let anybody tell you you crazy because you think outside the box. Keep doing your research. Research the religions. Research me. I love you all. I love you so much. Peace.